a program where they shed light on young people that they do extremely well in their diverse ways. And we also curious about women activities then, how women then they do and how things they happen around woman and girl picking them. As we all know today, na March 8th, International Women's Day, and we want to say happy International Women's Day to all the women out there, all the great women that they do great in their own different ways. We know say there are strong women where they out there where they do extremely well. And today inside the program, this get for do with woman. Today on show dedicated to all the women them around. And the one somebody inside the studio where they come for can help we talk about that day and waiting the organization there about, because the organization self they help women them for do great in their own diverse ways. Don't forget say you can watch we also on our Facebook live. Just go to your Facebook wall and type talk with C like we page and you go able comment and be part of the program. You would then also can also be part of the program by sending your text message to the AfriCell short code 1053. And if you know the AfriCell line, you can put any AfriCell code in front of them, 077 or 088 to 1053. I'm your host, Tricia, and don't forget say today we celebrate International Women's Day, and happy International Women's Day to every woman out there. As I tell you, said today on program we get for talk about International Women's Day. I just want to give you a brief history about International Women's Day. This day came into being when women in Russia during the First World War decide to go out and do a peaceful process on the 8th of March 1913. And now be a very peaceful process towards the war. 1 year after, across Europe, women then do the same thing in solidarity with that stuff they would then be do from protest against the war. So this day come about little by little where women then decide stand for the right. Following the World War II, countries all over the world decide for use this day for fight for woman equality, for advocate for the right. And over the years, we don't say they don't celebrate women the way they do very well in their own different ways. And this year's theme, now I am a generation equality, realizing women's right. So Nadande they celebrate this year, Nadande and the team. I am a generation equality, realizing women's right. And this day, they all around the world for aim at showcasing things them way women they do, and also how they go help for make women they at par with man in development in the world. So this day come about for make women them become very vital and important na the society. And don't forget to inside the program we can also get Beauty's World. We can do our health and beauty tips, and we guest inside the studio with na Janet. We can introduce himself to na a member of the Mandela Fellowship and also na the managing director of Beauty with Brain. Janet, you can say hi to Fambolem.
Hello, mi Fambolem. Happy International Women's Day to all women. I just want to help my sister for celebrate we all. We don't do tremendously. We don't do wonderful job them in we small corner. In as much as we recognize some, we never recognize the others. But no feel say we not recognize your work. As long as you create an impact, even if not the life of one person, we recognize you and we're so proud of you.
Okay, don't forget to say yourself can be part of the program by sending in your text message to 1053 and also can left with comment now with Facebook wall and we go read them for you. So Janet, waiting now the impact where International Women's Day get for Sierra Leonean women then?
Well, I could say we still there on the process.
Okay.
Because in as much as we try for equality, as you say, the theme for this year and each for equal cut short, like for let we get and each for equal world, we need to be empowered. And that empowerment process they for Sierra Leone na a slow process, but I think so we gradually they get there. Now it's slow process in the sense that we all know say Sierra Leone a patriarchal society, and we don't in a society we say man they always now they forget their way, now then they get to say woman they don't be left behind. So now they don't begin shine light on women, which to me is very impressive, but we get a lot for do. So we still they celebrate ourselves because of whosa we don't come out, whosa we dey, and for whosa we they go. So I think now the process we did, but we still get a lot for do.
So waiting we don't achieve over the years na Sierra Leone for empower women and fight for we right them.
Well, I think one kind of thing the way we don't do for we say for woman, then I for break the stereotype. Where we don't all along say woman in place for in a kitchen, woman not supposed for take importance role them in a society, like politically, economically, where we don't try for break them barriers and we don't see influential women, where na lawyers, where na doctors, where na prominent people in a society in and outside the country. So I think that's don't begin to leverage the situation a bit. So it kind of encouraging for women and especially girl picking the way they come for let them see say woman and the way they before, and if other women then can do them they self can do. I think that's a boost for the girl picking them when they come up.
So Janet, waiting your organization there about, I really like the name Beauty with Brains, because I can always say behind every beautiful woman there's something attractive about that woman. It's not just the face, but there's something in the head where it can do. So I like the factor on the name of our organization, Beauty with Brains. What do you think about that?
So Beauties with Brain came about. So there was a time where the founder of the organization when at Juliet, like a camp holiday, but it's this a discrepancy there, especially for girl picking them we just stay in a street, especially in odd hours of the night. So most end in the where you put them picking in the don't you decide for talk to them, go tell you say made no come for land book and not get sense for do it in that me other person they do, or then not just get that confidence, whether with their skin or their appearance, you go see them go rub something for change and skin color, or one for do extraordinary things for impress people, especially the opposite sex. So we come together, then we call friends and loved ones and say, well, we this I need and we need for say we able for savage situation. So we come together as young women, we say we want to give back to society, and one by the way them, one by with thematic areas them now how for able for boost the confidence of girl picking them back, how for give them that self-confidence way for make if you team up for talk you team up proudly for do anything where you put yourself for do that confidence for let them know say they able for do anything where they set themselves for do, and they don't need for change anything but themselves for the other people and like them. So we get one who they call body image, which how they talk to them, but same body, how you get for like your body, how you get for appreciate your body for what I be, because you know me I think you always tell me say not kill yourself for nobody. It say because some like them fat, some like them slim, some like them fair, some like them dark. So any kind of way we come, any form, any shape, there is somebody out there will like you. But first off, you need to appreciate yourself and you appreciate your skin where God don't give you. Now the one way down the way you able boost your self-confidence as a woman. So what we decide for doing for cater for girl picking them from the ages of 10 to 19. We know say that they are adolescent stage and they we say catch them young.
Yeah, very dangerous stage.
Exactly. So one for catching at that kind of place we say would they begin boost their confidence, stay they're able for reach to that place so they go for team up for themselves. Even what you guys for do with violence. Now because they're not able to talk for themselves, now because they're not able to team up for themselves, make you they see perpetrators go commit a crime now, then they go scot-free because their room they not there. We voice not there for let you talk, especially picking and let somebody see say what you they talk makes sense. So now so we decide for come about with the program, and we don't start some years back, but we start now Kenema, now the eastern part of Sierra Leone. We say we do mentorship program. So in we initial stage we get funding for purposeful production. We say we the mentor girls from 5 schools. We get different mentors them where they come and take them class just for boost up their self-confidence. Talk to them about life skills. Think the way they go able for do as woman them. Think the way go able for empower them, for let them beauty come up, for let them glow. So now that one they will be they do. So we decide for spread with hands. So now we they work on the menstrual hygiene. But this one now personally now on we own. So that's so the whole thing come about, for we cater for them, for we empower them, we able for support them in development. Because just like how the team for IWD this year say, each for equal, we're not able to get equal world or an empowered world if the girl became them first so empowered before them become women. So now that make one for catch them at a very young age, so we're able for empower them, then we'll reach to that stage there, which I then self could be bold enough for begin for talk for themselves.
It's very good for like a young woman and they try to boost themselves up, because then you always say when it comes to woman issue now we they draw ourselves down. So it's very unique for like a young Sierra Leonean women like now, they try for catch them young, because at that tender age, as you say, 10 to 19, at that stage they were very, very fragile. And at that stage they then can lose them pride. At that stage then the people can influence them for do things they were not right. And at that time then the people can tell them, say, this thing way bad, it's very nice. So they can get into run. So it's very nice for women to catch them young in a very unique way. So yesterday on a go on a Kobe and on a gi items them like pad and other sanitary stuff them to them young girls there. Waiting at the essence of that.
So first off, we want to break the stigmatization with the around menstrual period. We don't say we can't menstrual period, it just seems like a taboo. Woman no go talk about menstruation if you're opposite sex there. If pikin begin for mess, you no go meet in daddy. Say daddy, I don't begin for mess. If you go meet and say go to your mama. Then don't make menstruation like a woman business. And menstruation not a woman business no more. Now everybody in business, because it's very important even to the reproductive health of the woman. So we want to break that stigma. We say girl pikin no go. We say they know they feel comfortable for talk about their menstruation or how they feel, which is really sad, because we were they mess, we know exactly what we go through. You know, some of we can go 3 days, some of we they go 5 days, 7 days. No matter how many days we take, we know exactly what we go through. We get so many cramps, so many moods, so many attitudes, and sometimes we need people for share with. And if we don't feel comfortable with people around we, then it make them even more worse for we. So we want to break that stereotype there, and also we want to make the pikin and no say, not so taboo, not so something way barbaric, not so something waiting for somebody for marginalize you for. Not so you choice. You not choose from seeing menses. Exactly. A natural for let you see them. So not so like saying you put them upon yourself, say I want to do this. It's something that comes naturally, and I don't feel say anybody need for stigmatize anybody because of that one day. You know, some of the religion them they go say we they see period, not say communion, not pray, not cook. That is wrong. You're not supposed for stigmatizing.
Where you they see period soap, you're not supposed to make because it will spoil and all and thing.
But all the then talk and the way people they talk, then superstitious belief where people then get say if this happen, that one they go happen, and they don't say. And sometimes then they let's say for instance, and they make picking them. Most of the people the way they abuse them. Now people the way they big spot in the form. Imagine how they mess, you know, get somebody around for talk to. Then they go meet a man, they say, okay, come, we come, we give something for something. So all that thing and then they want for stop. Let them not shame you. You know, I be tell the picking yesterday. I say I know say we all get code. All the mess. So man go say APC the rally, the Monday up, you know, get for the code. If I stop, why we for shame? Why you know for them in office and tell us say they see me period that they mess. Then they say APC the rally and this and it could for also the man they know, because most of them they would see periods, they come with moods. So tell them they will not just feel for talk, sometimes they will learn a chocolate one for eat. You know, it gets an urge then they for do bokutin where you need people for around you for understand what you they go through. You know, some man they say, but not make so. They make like I say, not so every month business, yes, or that's why every month business. You make like you know used to. No, that's not something where they used to, because every month gets what they carry it. So since today na the bobby go be tomorrow na the waist bone and go get problem. You know, it just let una listen. Let the man they also listen to we and to know what we they go through. So just want break that stereotype there, and we also see say let's say picking homeless and a day on in period. What thing will happen?
Exactly.
So we really like the sky for thinker honestly, and I also remember like mentioned and the way the mod style will take place. One time the emergency is supposed to be menstrual emergency, because don't say for instance something they like and when it happen instantly so my they see period, the shock they make you they see period, but it as important as education. But people don't put a lot of premium on them because people don't want to let people talk about they are not talk about now secrets not do down there. We want someone there for down. We want people for the talk about and help other people. Another thing we make with the do now for let we raise awareness. Say how the picking them for take care of themselves and how then they take care of them, pad them where then they use. Not so something we just fling all around, or the one the way they use pieces way most hygienic. How they take you know I remember sometimes they were small, they take the pieces you don't have for buka. You go just wrap I send around a bed. You know get a funny thing and they won't do. Right? So like we want to see how they do them in a healthy way. So at least you don't go affect them, they don't go get infections from them and all of that one day. So we decide for launch the Girls on Period campaign for let we talk to the picking them. Let we see how they able for sensitize them, for let them know what for do, how they take care of themselves personally, and how they take care of their menses with that 10-day reach in the month.
Okay, don't forget to say you listen to Talk with you, where they come to you live on Facebook. For you where they watch, you can leave your comments and questions, and we go answer I have to for you. And you also where they now also where they listen to we. Don't forget to you self can be part of the program by sending in your text message to 1053. And also you will not the use Africell SIM. You can put any Africell short code front 1053 and send them. And today International Women's Day. And a day for we allow women for be free. It's a day for Luna, and not only on this day, every other day. But today they commemorate that particular thing the way they talk about is about women's empowerment, women's equality. We left for the stigmatize women that we are not some kind of toy, because sometimes you find out, say, even in the workplace, when somebody there on a message and they say, oh, maybe they ask me today able I know able work, then they say can you wondering this thing that happened to you don't know, maybe me on come with pain, maybe that one day you'll not get pain for you. Then sometimes you get I don't know who side demand and pull this idea, say then can they count for we. Maybe last month it was 5 days.
Yeah.
This month it go be 6-7 days. And some man will tell and say me I see me period past 1 week where they say, hey, what thing do you?
I know you well.
Now something could do somebody for the same period for 1 week. Some people and then naturally that they see them period over a week. Everybody different. Some man are 1 day, some man are 2 days. So it's high time we man the way they out there, we papa them, we brother and we sister get to accept that situation. They say it's different. It varies from woman to woman, and it varies from month to month. You get a fever this month, next month you go get a different fever. So I want to ask, yesterday's program, why you not decide for taking down to Krube?
Okay, so one of the places who we feel say most vulnerable slum communities. Okay. So we take on to Kube because we want our school level they operate with na Kube Primary School, and we also get another school from Kaptong, Abadi. We see certain places and then a vulnerable places. So people are even it's difficult to afford something for it. Talk less of a pathway, at least costing 8,000 yuan. Yes. So we decide say if we go to their community then they and do them kind of donations and it will be more useful to them than maybe some other parts of the country. Mm-hmm. So now that make we go. And also we go there not only for the picking them, we also go there for some teachers. Like we they say, sometimes and they were the picking and they on the menses, then they tire, you go kind see picking they don't. But get some teacher then get some approach, show them there, how you sleep so. Then obviously you don't get belly, how you make so. Mm-hmm. So sometimes and they some picking and then prefer when they see them period, then house. Or sometimes and they shame say, la no see them because we woman will get that style. Yeah. Anytime you see period, anytime you grab it, you watch me.
Yeah, you go to ask
exactly.
People.
Exactly. Something wrong for me and all of that. Now,
right?
Because of the stereotype, we don't attach to the menstruation issue. So now that day we want for break, and also for let the bobo they left for laugh the picking them. Sometimes they say condition now how we would treat them. Now so you react to them. Yeah. If person say, "Oh, mommy, like, hey, look blood," you they go off.
Yes.
Especially small picking, they begin like it is shame. Sometimes 2-3 days, they cannot school again. And again, for instance, so say picking in a class. So the teacher then a blackboard and they don't ask question. So me na girl picking answer be the answer. But I'm afraid for go answer the question because na blackboard. I'm afraid say if I grab, I don't mess them uniform. Yeah. How I go to that blackboard and go laugh me. Yeah. So that one day also they limit the girl picking them. When another one day we don't want any form of limitation because also we put on we self. Now something where they happen naturally. So we go to the slum communities because we know say yanda it hardly for the people afford part, especially for people where them blood flow now like a week. That's it. You use past one part. So imagine like close they use 14,000 or 15,000 per month. Another part what you get for it and all. So we see and say it's too much for them.
When Nadane can make some of them because they're not able to afford and the amount of pad, because by that you're supposed to change your pad after every
three times a day at least. Yeah.
So like Lo say I cannot afford it. So I use one pad for morning. Say even time, and so you get to realize there are so many infections where they come with dandy.
Exactly.
And way in all the couch infection, it also couch smell. I will tell you a story when I was little. I think JSS2. I vividly remember say my mommy be always tell me say now we man church in blood they come up by you. But tell me say you have to you get for see your period. So I was sitting down. They read me book na palo. Unfortunately for me now they wear white.
Wow.
Then I just feel something get out. Then I watch, then I see him. Oh my God, I was devastated for something like 5 to 6 hours. I was sitting down. That was the very first day I studied for the longest time in my entire life. I was sitting down there. I was looking at it. Something they come up at me, and I was like, oh my God, JSS2. I don't even get boyfriend. When you yarn me first, I the vex. Then I can't start for semi period. Then when I start for semi period, I don't even know say that day. So I sit down there. I was crying. I was reading. So like when they ask me, they call me say, Tricia, what you do? I say, oh, there's something going inside my eyes. I'm making them stop. Just for just create a scenario in the gap. You didn't eat today. No. Imagine I bail full straight. I don't ask for any other thing. I'm just in another one position. I know one grab. Then I take the bold mind for tell my sister. And my sister say, okay, go tell mama. Now the time I go now, then they start to rephrase the story all over again. Now say, now is a very dangerous time for you, for let man not even yarn you now. Why you allow me for go through psychological torture for 5 to 6 hours? I was just there. So not only when they go through the thing and then I make sometimes I can really like give me experience to people. Not only when they go through the thing and then we get speaking the way the mama did not already tell us to see blood, na man don't tap out. So who said me? I was like sitting in this parlor. Who said the man come on now? Oh my God. Who's what me do? Not so bad, not so for nothing. Beat me they can't get. And my mommy if you get it for beat you, go beat you yourself. You know, like so it was really crazy for me at that particular point in time. So it's high time for the people out there learn for educate on picking them the right way, because this menstruation stuff is not an illness. It's just a natural thing, and we not call them for that. Then get other people and we can say me I prefer not for being woman. Why? Because then they see them period.
Exactly.
So is this project gonna be sustainable or just gonna be for Kube?
Well, the vision of the project is not for just Kube, and we want them to be sustainable. So we just start first off with disposables, because we they do one or two arrangements for see how they able get reusable pads, whereas it will be more sustainable than the disposable pads. We say the beginning go use them maybe for a few months, so then they go help we for able for cater for even more people. So instead of just coming to 2 schools every other month, maybe we come there 1 or 2 times, let's say 3 times a year. That means every other schools themselves. You know, when we go now the community, the chairman for Kube community say, ain't happy because of this kind of initiative, but he say gets hundreds of other picking them way seriously want for benefits from something like that one day. And that one day now we passion. We also want for do more. But as at now yanda we can't stop first. But we they on work for see how they get reusable pads for them picking them day, which more sustainable than the disposable pads what they get for them. Maybe let's say we could always so that time how they want a more huge quantity and they or something happen. But with the reusables, then we're able to use them over and over, and they're able to take care of them. When only they give them the parts, we also they explain how they for take care of them, because like I they say, some of we not fortunate for a lot of people they put we don't and tell you within administration. Like some of we in a big woman business, you learn in a school, maybe like me class 6 going to Form 1 as begin me period, but it's a big woman business and be not Sabine waiting for you. It's like I was waiting for it. You had to wait for it like now. Because I was watching my elder sister. So like they see they do. So sometimes they say, come on, you know each day. I said, wait, I watch for what for each day just now. So something like that. But it's not for everybody fortunate for the other kind of situation. So we want to also tell them and talk. We also, as I say, we also want to involve the man them, and we also going to involve the parents.
So how many picking them on a target yesterday?
So yesterday we target 50 picking them. 50. We target 20 per school, then 10 from the community. So now 50 first we want to start with, because as at now that one day we fund so we get the permit way, because now every month we subscribe to we the tax we whatsoever we get, now that one day we give out to the picking them and the community and all of it.
So don't forget to listen to Talk With You, where they come to you live on Afro Radio 105.3 FM. And if you did now also you were the watch me on Talk With You on Facebook, don't forget to yourself can be part of the program by sending in your comment, and you also can share the program so other people out there go watch. And you were out there where they listen they use the radio app for listen. Yourself can send a text message also to the short code 1053. And if you're not a user for sale, you can use any other network and put the short code there and send the number to 1053. So today na International Women's Day, and today on day na a very special day for women. Then so we can go for a short music break. We take a song titled Superwoman by Tanzania Women All Star. Now a very nice song where they do for super great women there. And I know say Sierra Leoneans them. We get women out there we are super woman like Janet they would take the calls for do something great. So this song is dedicated to everyone out there, all the superwoman them out there. Now listen to this one, Superwoman.